So, Birdman! Remember that little movie that was all done and then got so many awards. So many awards. So many awards. Wasn't even funny. Anyhow, so, can you tell me what it's about? Superheroes? No. A Birdman? No. A crazy guy. A washed up crazy guy at that. That was slightly misleading. I thought there was going to be crazy moments, seeing as how he's running through Times Square with his underwear, but yeah. That was disappointing. We have this, there's even this awesome scene in the movie where, you know, there's actual comic book stuff in there, and I thought this was going to be like the gateway to a new comic book, kind of like Kick-Ass was. By the way, Kick-Ass, the movie was started to be made first, so yes, I am correct on that one. Do not correct me, people. The comic book finished first, but the movie began before the comic book. Now, shut up. Anyhow, so, here's what it was about. Reality, this is not a comic book film. This is about an actor from old comic book films known as the Birdman series. Now, Birdman was a series of movies based off a comic book. Now, none of these are real. None of these were real. So this is about the actor who played Birdman. So this guy, and this is years after he's played Birdman, and he is trying and failing and sinking all his money into putting on a Broadway play. This Broadway play is called What We Talk About When We Talk About Love. Now, what we talk about when we talk about love is, once again, fake. It is a play based off a book that was never written, as far as I know. Now, this could be an actual book, and if it is, please correct me down in the comments, if anybody watches these. So, what we talk about when we talk about love is this play he's been trying to get to work. And if you can keep up with how much time is passing, you don't know if it's hours, you don't know if it's days, it could be weeks. Now, this is all because of the way it's edited, which in my opinion is very smart, because it sets this slightly eerie tone to the whole thing. And this will come into play later. Now, this extremely eerie tone is very much attributed to, he has this little voice in his head. In fact, the beginning of the movie starts out with the voice in his head, not him. Smells like balls. Remember that. Remember that. If you have not seen the movie, remember that. If you have seen the movie, yes, that is like the third line said in this movie. All this shit is going wrong for this guy. His druggy daughter, who just got out of rehab, is once again smoking pot. His actor's a complete and utter dickhole who's completely ego, nothing else, and is stealing his thunder, in all honesty, because he's written, directed, and starring in his play. Yet his supporting actor is getting all the attention. Because, well, I'm not going to give that away to you. But all you know is all this shit is happening, and he is slowly slipping away. and this is very genius. The way I started out this review, you may be thinking, oh, I'm just this douchebag kid who likes comic book movies and nothing else. Not true at all. One of my favorite movies, in fact, is The Breakfast Club, which is all dialogue and all psychological drama. Do not believe me? Watch that movie and think about those words. Now, so he's slowly slipping into madness. I will not give away the climax, which is extremely well done. I will give away the ending, though, and I'm gonna sound like a dick for doing this, but if you made the mistake I did, when the climax ends, you're sitting there going, okay, I guess it's over, and you start to get up. Cuts, and oh my god, not what you expected to happen at all. Now, why am I giving away the ending? Simple reason. You're not sure. This is very surrealistic in the fact that it's underplayed, the surrealism of this. You're not sure if he is slipping into madness, or if he can really do this shit, and everybody else just thinks he's crazy. You know he's going crazy. You automatically know he's going crazy, but you're not sure if he's going crazy because of the voice in his head, because of the fact that he can do this. And I believe he can actually do this, and he is not just hallucinating. There are scenes in there where you know he is hallucinating. They point that fact out. But there are scenes in there where you're not quite sure he's hallucinating. Let me explain. So, there's multiple scenes where he swishes his fingers. And when he swishes his fingers, something will move. A TV will turn off, a cigarette case will start to spin, or something of that nature. And your first initial reaction is, what the fuck? But this is played in well, because in the middle of the movie, he has a freak out! And this is where you definitely know he is going crazy as batshit. And I know I said that backwards, but that's just because I'm not exactly mentally stable myself. Anyhow. So, as he's freaking out, you see him, this is why I believe this anyhow, pop some light bulbs with his powers. Now, everything else he does in this freak out couldn't be attributed to his just insanity and his hallucinations. But think of a light bulb. You've got this glass orb, and this is your light bulb, and if you were to break a light bulb by hitting it, what would happen? You would get cut. Badly, in fact. And if you get cut badly, it would show, but it's never shown that he's hurt his hand. And he blows up like a row of 4 light bulbs. This is why I think he actually has these powers, and the ending, which I am finally getting back to. The ending. So, he's in recovery from the climax, and his daughter leaves him. As we know, he's crazy, so I'm not going to give too much away. But let's just say he has a major freak out, bigger than the one with the light bulbs. So as he has this major freak out, it cuts to black, and you think the movie's over, so you're just like, damn. Gives you the same reaction as American Sniper of, holy shit, that was heavy. Why do I believe he has powers? Well, in the end, you see him stand on a ledge, and his daughter is gone. She went to the bathroom. He's looking down the street, and nothing but his skivvies, looking down the street, and it cuts. His daughter's coming back into the room, and she goes, "Dad?" Dad starts looking for him, and she's scared. She looks out the window, looks down, freaking out because she sees the windows open. It was not open when she left. And her dad's gone. So you look down, she's looking down. There's no splat mark, there's nothing there. She looks up, she starts to smile. Now you don't know if she's crazy, if she's happy she hates her father because they have, and she hates her father because really they don't have the greatest relationship in this. And you're not sure if she's happy he's dead, if he's dead at all, or if she's going crazy too. That is why I believe he has these powers. Now, this may not be the case in all actuality. I could just be full of shit. I do know this. Movie is worth a watch. And if you have seen the movie, please tell me your thoughts on his powers and anything else you have to say. But if you have not seen the movie, please watch this movie. Watch it, and you don't have to tell me what you think. I don't think many people will, because nobody watches my videos. But I do think if you're into anything drama, anything psychological, you will most definitely love this movie. It deserves every single solitary award it got because of the way they do everything. The way they edit it makes you think he's crazy. The way that they add in the comic book scenes makes you think he's crazy. So, tell me, is he or is he not?